Hello everyone, my name is Patty Bailey and today we're going to go over using and talking about Plickers as an assessment in physical education and how it can help you, a little bit about my experience and everything else. So we're going to talk about a guide to using it, what makes Plickers go, a step to making an assessment on Plickers, and a little bit about what my data was and what can help me and others for next time. So Plickers is an app and a website. Here is the app link for mobile phones. This is the iPhone link. However, there's also an Android link as well. And there is many different things, but this is the direct link so you can punch this right in your phone, or you can search Plickers on the Apple Store or Google Play Store. Signing up. I advise signing up through the website because that was just the easier way to do it. So you can visit the URL right there listed on the page. You are going to click the sign up tab, and then once you do that, you're going to enter the information below, as you can see on this picture right here: first name, last name, email, and creating a password. So viewing the site, we will take you to the home page, and don't worry, it's not just going to be me blabbermouthing. We're actually going to view the site together so that we can talk about it. There are 4 tabs inside of the page, inside of Plickers. There are library reports, classes, and live view, as well as we'll go over what the cards are and how to use them. So now we'll actually take a tour of the Plicker site. So boom, you get here to your library. This is our library tab. This is where we get when we're home. This is where you can create new questions and create new folders. This is where you're going to create the physical assessment for your classroom or physical education class. So as you can see, I have a couple of sample questions like, is the sky blue? Or how easy was this tutorial, 1 being the hardest, 4 being the easiest. I can create a new question and say, is the earth round? Now I can choose true, false, multiple choice. I'll choose true, false for this one. True is A, false is B. Obviously we know it's true, so we need to hit correct. Now I can hit save and create. Now that will make me create a new question, but for now, just so you guys know, I'm going to hit save, and it pops up right here. See how true is circled in green? That means this registered with the site, that when you make this as your assessment, when you're using it with your students, that they will know that this is where it is supposed to, that is the correct answer, so that it lines up with the cards. You can also create new folders. Inside of folders, you can have multiple questions. So you'll see with my assessment, I did a football assessment. Inside of my football assessment, I have all of these questions, their correct answers. We can expand the questions. Say, for instance, I wanted to change. I can hit edit question. I can move the question. I can archive the question, or I can delete it. All different things that you can do inside of your library tab that help you manage your questions. Now, I know we're going to skip over reports really quick because we're going to go to classes. So this is where you punch in your classes, different things you can do. You can add a completely new class. When you add a new class, you can put the name in, put the year, what grade level they're in, the subject it's for. Obviously, we are health and PE, but this is a Plickers tutorial for someone that may use it that necessarily isn't PE, so that's fine too. And the class color, just so it helps you sort. So we'll go over my class, which is Miss Tenuzo's class, and each student is listed here and is matched up with a Plickers card. There are up to available 63 cards that you can do. Plickers gives you 40, but you can buy extra. So I'll show you how. I can even add a roster, so I can add a bunch of people here. I can go first, last, or I can go last, comma, first, or I can enter a student individually. So I'll enter one of my friends, Alana, because I've already entered myself. So I can enter Alana Bloom, and then press the Enter tab. I scroll to the bottom of my list, and there she is matched up with card 24. So you can do a bunch of different things, and you can even print out these rosters so that when you do your Plickers assessment, you know which students are matched up with which cards, and it's easy to go. Now, reports. Inside of the reports are each question that's been answered and details about them. So we'll click on this question right here. This is about evasion inside of flag football, about juking and spinning. We had each of the students answer. We had 20 correct and 3 incorrect, 87% total. So we have a different all these different things. It tells you individually who answered correctly and who did not. So maybe it was a mistake with the card, maybe it wasn't, and you can figure out how to talk to these students and how to improve that for next time. So with each of the different questions, you can go over that, which is really nice to see. It's right on your computer, ready to go. Next is a little trick that you're only going to see one half, but on my mobile phone, this gives you directions to open the app on your mobile phone and to start a live view of a question. And once you do that, you can go to different questions and it will actually give you the live view of that question on the screen. So this is a good companion to have when you're doing it, and it shows you who's answered so far, who hasn't answered so far. On the phone, it's a little bit harder to see. It's a little bit more condensed screen, so this is a good partner to have while you're doing your assessment. Next thing we're going to talk about is the cards. So the Plickers cards are actually what makes the assessment. Your students hold up these cards. You can view multiple at a time, up to 10 in a screen, and Plickers registers your students' answers. Gives you different options of what number cards or all that stuff. But I just chose a standard card set, and here's what they look like. They're easy to print off, and if you have a laminator at home or at work, that's probably the best option for them. Each card has a card number right here. Look at 1. It's in all the corners. 1. That means it's card number 1. Each different side represents a different answer. So if you hold it up with this side facing up, it'll be A, B, C, or D. And there are 20 pages or 40 free cards for you to print off. Anything over 40 costs you a little bit, but this is a free set, and most classes aren't going to have over 40 kids in them. So that is basically the gist of getting around the Plickers website and what happened with my assessment. As you can see, here are the answers. The one thing about my assessment that I'd like to talk about is I wish the percentages were a little bit higher, but I think a lot of students for their first time using Plickers had success in using the Plickers, which is really what I wanted to see. And obviously I want to see my students do well on their assessment, which is the primary goal, however. But it was good to see that students overall got the gist of using Plickers. We talked about all these tabs. That's just what we went through. We're going to discuss my data. I would talk about simplifying the questions, stressing the importance of the GLO, and trying Plickers with more classes, adding more class rosters, adding different people, and trying it out with teachers, seeing how teachers can use it in their classrooms as well. Try Plickers for yourself. Feel free to contact me on Twitter at PattyBaileyPE, and we hope to get more professionals using Twitter, and using Plickers. I hope this assessment this tutorial has been beneficial for you. I know there wasn't actually any video evidence of us doing the assessment, and that's why I've left my Twitter handle here in case you have any questions. But overall, the basic gist is download the app, sign up online, use the cards, and get started. And it's quick, easy, and simple. And I hope you all enjoyed this and have a very nice day.